Okay, so I'm James Tagg from Sen, and we are basically making a crowdsourced artificial intelligence. So you can think of that as a crowdsourced Siri. And we record the information that's been provided to us by our minders, the people who author our information, on the blockchain. So we use the blockchain as a ledger. We don't actually put all of their information in there. That would overwhelm it. And our vision is that it could answer any question. So we would be, we're a broad play, just like a Wikipedia. What we get asked for a lot at the moment is narrow plays. The one that we get asked to work on at the moment, the most are things to do with business advice, but we're also working on some medical diagnostic systems and various other kind of systems as a sort of a way to get going into the system. What we're building, technologically speaking, is a sort of common sense switch. So we keep our minders, these authors that are creating the knowledge, in the chain. So they're actually watching people ask the AI questions and intervening if the AI gets it wrong. And we try and direct the questions to humans when we detect that it's probably going to go wrong. So existential questions, what is love? Are you alive, and so on. You usually need a human to get involved in, but also anything to do with medicine or things where there's some risk involved. You want a human to oversee it. So it provides an oversight solution for AIs. How important is crowdsourcing? About 28 to 36% of answers that you get out of Google search are actually from Wikipedia, which is crowdsourced. So it's a big, big, big component of our system. Why can't you just automate it? I mean, this is artificial intelligence, after all. We could just make a neural net that trawled through all the information on the web and created it. Well, I mean, the problem is it sort of doesn't work at the moment because that information is formatted in flat file English language, and AIs are just not very good at working it out. I did a quick test and said, well, what's a good mobile phone for me to get, right? I asked Google, and the first thing I got was an advert. Someone had simply bought the search term. Then I got Rock and Dock, a good starter, so I got junk. Then I was offered a mobile phone in Chile, and then a list of mobile phones. So the information that's on the internet at the moment is not really stored in the right way. So what we do is we do kind of three things. We source knowledge from human beings, and we then keep those human beings available to mind it and watch over it. And then we also need to provide the user's information to the AI to fill in the blanks. So if you're going to order some pizza or go on an airplane, we need to provide information about your preference for an aisle seat and pizza with no cheese and all these sorts of things. So we need to get all that information to the AI. What's the business model? Well, it's basically the same as the internet with some very subtle changes. So we're moving from a medium which is a presentation medium that we look at to a medium where we ask a question of an AI and it gives us an answer. And the most important thing in that is it's probably only going to give us one or two answers. And so we need our AIs to be honest with us and give us fair advice. Monetizing it, well, the internet is very, very complicated in terms of all its monetization, but it's really very simple. If you simplify it down, authors put information into the knowledge marketplace. Some of those authors advertise. When customers buy a product or they buy the sort of more complicated piece of information, they put money in, which pays off that thing, the sort of advertising debt, and then authors get rewarded. And that's basically the model. So we just have a knowledge marketplace where we're monetizing that. How do we go to market? We go to market with partners who are needing to solve these specific narrow capabilities, but we have a general purpose AI called Sen. She's in alpha at the moment, live, and slowly growing in terms of the amount of data that we have in her. We have no idea how high you have to go before you get to a human. Humans are conscious for about 1 billion seconds in their life. So I don't know how much information that allows us to kind of remember, one thing every second, every sort of minute or so, but quite a lot of information. So you have to put quite a lot of know-how into a Sen, even to get up to one human being. So it's a big task. And we have a complete team and engineering now, and we're doing a crowdfunding with Start Engine. So that's where we are. Questions? Yes. No, we're doing a Regulation CF crowdfund, so you don't have to be an accredited investor, so anyone can invest. No more questions? Should have put some ringers out there for questions. Okay, thank you very much.